Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV live on Facebook and Periscope. Thank you very much for joining me when we're talking about Kosovo versus England, the last of the Euro 2020 qualifiers. As always, guys, let's jump on and talk about the team sheet. So in goal we have Nick Pope. We also have Alexander-Arnold. Ben Chilwell, Rice, Maguire, Mings, Sterling, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Kane, Winks, and Hudson-Odoi. So not a bad change there. It looks like actually possibly Rice could actually be in the defensive position this time round. On the bench, we have Jordan Pickford, Trippier, Rose, Stones, Tomori, Mount, Maddison, Sancho, Rashford, Wilson, Abraham, and the other Henderson. So, guys, thank you very much for joining me for this conversation. It's always a pleasure to see you guys. As always, as you know, I'm always happy when you guys jump in. Of course, there's some few comments coming up already. Was it Big English Lad, West Ham till I die? Welcome. Thanks for joining in. Afternoon, John. What do you think of the team sheet? Rick, we're just talking about that now, mate. Really like it. Really enjoying it. I think it's a good idea to put Nick Pope out in goal. I think it's brilliant. I think he's made a very, very bold decision there, Rick. But yeah, very, very good. Yeah, Rice is in the England squad. It's nice to see it. Hey, Jimmy from the US. Good to see you, mate. Glad you've been able to stay up long enough. And looking like a very young team. Yes, it's one of the most youngest teams that England have put out for a long, long time. Very, very happy with how the lineup has been. Guys, let me know what you think about it as well, of course, because I want to hear from you guys as always. But before we do that, let's go and talk about the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. Please click the link that's in the description below. That will take you directly through to their England section, even though this one's the West Ham one. I couldn't find the England one in time. Which will take you, say, some very nice retro tops, including this one. This is one I bought from them directly. So thank you very much for any purchases you may be making. The commission on any transactions that are made that the channel would normally get will be going over to Isla's Fight instead, because for the next 16 purchases, because at the end of the day, I'm not here to make money. It'd be nice if I could. It'd be nice to get some proper sponsorship. Not that this isn't proper sponsorship, of course, but it'd be nice to get some proper Spinolis. But what's more important than that is obviously giving money to charity, and for a very, very worthwhile cause. So apologies, guys. The stream I'm using for ITV is very, very shaky, a lot shakier than it should be. But that's the way it goes when you're broadcasting live, unfortunately. See what Jimmy says. I just woke up. Let's go England. England as a national team are a lot like West Ham as a club, in my opinion. Yes, yeah, they are both painful to watch at times, but also very wonderful to watch at times as well. So, guys, apologies for the lighting. Let me just try and sort this out very quickly, just as everyone's about to kick off, which always takes up. That's better. Right, and England have now kicked off. So let's have a look to see what's going on here, shall we? Let me just adjust the screen a little bit. And there, right, it's 6 seconds in and it's frozen already. But yes, I wouldn't have it other way. Damn right, mate. None of us would. That's the thing. Right, so, and again, it's freezing. It's ridiculous, this. There's a shot on target already by the looks of things. Just a tiny smidge. Right, so Kosovo in all blue and we're in all white, so keeping it very close to how the badges indicate. Oh, something's really going on here, as always, guys. Right, so Kosovo still in possession, 1 minute and 14 seconds on the clock so far. For those now, obviously bearing in mind there's going to be a bit of a time delay here, but off we go. Sterling's in possession. just as it freezes once again. And a foul coming on here by the looks of it on the Oxlade-Chamberlain. He seems to be in a lot of pain and he's holding his right shoulder. So that's not good. I praised him in the last. Let's have a look at the replay. I think he's just fallen badly by the looks of it. I've praised him in the preview and I praised him in the last live stream we did as well. I think he's a very, very good player for England, Oxlade-Chamberlain. And so, guys, let me know if because we've now done all 8. Well, we're in the process of the last game of the qualifier, all eight games. Let me know who you think has been the best player for England so far. So Mings on the ball. Winks back to Pope. He passes it over to, I think, is that right? No, it's Maguire, Harry Maguire. Over to Mings. We've got, where are we? That's Harry Winks. Rice, Maguire. I've been very impressed with Harry Winks. Very, very impressed with him. He's played very well in all the games that he's played. So let's hope he doesn't have a good game on Saturday. Because there's no reason why he shouldn't be in the Spurs squad, but obviously we don't want him to be. Mings through to Hudson-Odoi by the looks of it. Winks, Maguire. Good ball over to who is it? Where are we looking at here? Good ball over to Kane by the looks of it, but goes wide, unfortunately, and it goes in for a Kosovo throw-in. Taken by number 15, Vojolva. I think you pronounce that. Just want to say, by the way, if he's watching, thank you very much to the Kosovo supporter who put in on the preview video on YouTube. Thank you very much for confirming that there was 2 centre midfielders and 2 Kosovonian strikers that are out for this game. So thank you very much for that. Rick says, for me, it's Sterling and Winks. Yeah, agreed, mate. Agreed. Yeah. We agreed the other night that Harry Winks was one of the very many best players out against excuse me, against Montenegro. Just as Harry Winks cuts the guy down. Yeah, it's not the best of challenges. But, as I say, he's a good player. He's, 20, 21? I think, well, maybe a little bit older than that. But, yeah, he's good. Very good. I'm very impressed with the guy. Shame we couldn't got hold of him. We'll remember his breakthrough season at Spurs a couple of years back. So, Kosovo still in possession. We keep it. We're pinning them back quite well. Very good in the centre by Maguire. They're taking the game by the ball. Over to Kane, back to Maguire with a deflection, and down to Hudson-Odoi, down to Ben Chilwell, and to who's that? I can't really see. Back to Hudson-Odoi. That was Winks then. So Winks and Hudson-Odoi, but unfortunately, Hudson-Odoi loses possession, and Kosovo are now on the ball. Pretty much, literally, they've not been too bad so far the last 5 minutes. Berisha to their wing back to Berisha. Kane's just standing around looking like a headless chicken, as he usually does this early in the game. Anybody else got any thoughts about who's been their standout player for England so far in this tournament qualifier? So England still in Jimmy's got something to say, as always. The next World Cup is England's. I can feel it, and your great nation could really use it. Thanks, mate, but it's the Euros next year, so that's 3 years away. But yeah, appreciate it. So Kosovo still in attack. Going for goal. And good save by Nick Pope. Good save. Very, very good save. Defensive frailties of England already. They're not obviously they haven't qualified for the Euros next year, but Gareth Southgate is 100% right and was saying that they were going to put on an absolutely brilliant show, and they are already. They are going for it. They're playing at home, understandable. So Sterling dithering a little bit and under a bit of pressure, goes down a little bit too easy for my liking, but it is a foul. But because the way he went down, it's been overlooked. So Kosovo still in possession. It goes out for an England throw-in. Doesn't really appear to see who is actually going to take the throw-in by the looks of it. Just as we see the replay for Nick Pope's one-handed save. Made the smart idea of banging it into the floor. Jimmy says, I know Germany will win that, but the next World Cup is going home. I doubt it, mate. It's being played out in Qatar, man. It's going to be very, very hot for us, our boys, to try and cope with it. But you never know. You never know. So very good interplay there. Declan Rice on the ball now. Good to see he's out on the pitch tonight. Yeah, but Alexander-Arnold loses possession and it goes out. All right, so Kosovo are still in possession again. So Kosovo still in possession despite a very well attempted pass by interception by Harry Maguire there. So now goes out for an England throw-in. Ben Chilwell's standing his ground as he always does. Very impressed with him. Very, very impressed with how he's doing. For me, it's a very, very difficult decision to make as to who has been the best player out of England so far this qualifier. Because as I say, they've all played spectacularly well. Granted, it's not exactly. Sorry if there's any sound disruption there. Just got to angle the muffler there. Spit guard, I should say. It's not exactly been difficult opposition, shall we say, apart from the Czech Republic. They gave us a really, really difficult go. But this is the second time we have ever played Kosovo. I know that Gareth Southgate tried to diffuse things about the oppositions because obviously Spain have had similar easier rides, shall we say, and so have who else was it? Spain have Portugal as well, Italy. But it's keeping it wide open. I mean, either way, England's done very, very well with this. Lady Tanya, Kosovo versus England. Please don't put links up. Much appreciated. God no, the US ain't going to win till my 100th birthday on 17th of August 2073 and West Ham in the FA Cup of 2164. Oh dear, you never know. You never know, Jimmy. So Winks, Maguire, Rice. What was that? Oxlade-Chamberlain taken down again. No, sorry, Harry Winks this time taken down again. Oh yes, tread on the foot there. Not intended as they've just shown each other respect for it. For the guy apologising, but yeah, definitely not expected. Thornet says Kosovo. Kosovo AR. Thank you for joining, Thornet. Nice to see you. Although I do appreciate, Senorita Tanya, you putting a link up in the comments. Because I know obviously there's guys all over the world watching this. I mean, literally, Jimmy's out in the States, and good save by the goalkeeper there. Kosovonian goalkeeper, very good. Not a bad free kick from, I think it was Rice by the looks of it. So Rice is certainly commanding everybody. Kane milling about. Excuse me. Hudson-Odoi. And it goes out for an England throwing off the Kosovo midfielder by the looks of it. All right, so Mings to Maguire. Alexander-Arnold. Rice. Back to Alexander-Arnold. Down to Mings. He runs into trouble and therefore passes it back to Maguire, who's... Kosovo aren't really up for this at the moment, by the looks of it. They just seem to be sitting back just as they start going on. So Mings, Rice, Chilwell, very composed. Rice, Maguire, Tyrone Mings, Harry Winks, long ball up to Sterling, and does it connect? Yes, it does, but he doesn't control it well, but he gets it back, passes it through to Rice, passes it down to Winks, back to Rice, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Rice. Oh, good pass into Hudson-Odoi. Very good pass in from the Chilwell, Rice. That's why that was Winks, sorry, not Rice. Rice now to Winks. And it goes back to Harry Maguire. And quite rightly so, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, Kosovo are starting to get really back their numbers in their own half. So Rice back to Mings. Mings boots it over to, tries to go to Sterling, but doesn't happen. And Kosovo in possession. But Winks intercepts. Sterling on the charge. Ball to Sterling. Sterling into the box. But unfortunately, nothing doing. Good evening, Jim. Meaning Black Flag. Not really sure what you mean by that, mate. It goes out for a Kosovo throw-in. I missed the first post. Do you mean me? Do you mean me, or do you mean England, mate? You need to be clear. Right. So where are we? So Sterling, Winks, over to Alexander-Arnold. Who boots it over the side, over to Oxlade-Chamberlain, who passes it to Chilwell, who passes it back to Mings. Maguire. Back to Mings again. I need a proper telly up here to do this. This is getting ridiculous. Maguire, Chilwell. Cameraman completely missed the run of the ball. So Kane in the box. Sterling. Sterling goes for goal. Good save. And out for an England corner. Very good save from the Kosovonian goalkeeper then. Very, very good. By Muric. Very, very good. He's not bad, this goalkeeper, to be fair. He's not bad. Wouldn't mind him at West Ham. He can't do any worse, right, guys? So corner taken by Rice randomly. Is that Rice? No, it's not. That wasn't Rice, was it? Alexander-Arnold, I should say. Through to ball into the box and cleared by Kosovo. So Kosovo in possession. Still in possession. Nobody attacking. Letting them have the ball. Understandable, 16 minutes in. And it goes out for an England throw-in. Which Chilwell will take by the looks of it. Straight over to Hudson-Odoi, just as the cameraman completely misses it. And they've intercepted. And now Kosovo have got the ball. So that black flag should start exploiting XK's lack of organisation. Who the hell is XK? Jimmy, who the hell is XK? Kosovo in the box down, but it goes out for a corner. Off Chilwell. Thornet, you might regret asking that question, mate. There's a Kosovonian corner in a minute. These cameramen at this ground, they're terrible. They are absolutely bloody awful. Corner's been taken and looks like nothing happened because Maguire kicks it out for a throw-in. They are absolutely... those flags are the countries. They must not be coming through on your end. Yeah, agreed, mate. They're not. They're just coming through as black flags for some random reason. Because I'm not actually on Facebook or Periscope. I'm using the streaming center. So maybe they haven't got maybe that hasn't popped up yet. They haven't got the update for emojis. So just as Kosovo are on the attack. Nothing doing. By the looks of it. Just as we see the Kosovonian team manager making notes. I mean, these cameramen this director of this live stream from Kosovo director for ITV and probably all over the world is bloody awful. He hasn't got the slightest Danny out to do it. Wide shot and then close shot in a second. So Kosovo kick it back to the goalkeeper. And should have been intercepted by them, but it isn't. It rolls all the way back to Tyron Mings. Thanks, mate. I'm from Kosovo. Welcome. Nice to see you. Can we see the actual game? No, sorry, not. I know you wanted Periscope, mate. That's why I'm streaming. That's why I said I was streaming on both. See, the harder I try, the worse I make things. All right, so Kosovo still in possession. I thought we were in for a bit more of a game than this, to be honest with you, bearing in mind that just as Kosovo player has been fouled by Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think the Ox has given him a bit of a stick back. And the official saying, come on, behave. That's nowhere near as bad as the injuries that he's sustained tonight, the Ox, but it's the playing up on it. But here we go. So they're down on the wing by the looks of it. Chilwell and Hudson-Odoi hold them off and just nothing. Goes out for a Kosovo throw-in, which is taken off camera again. Kane looking for support. No one's around him. Moldova in possession. He run rings around Hudson-Odoi. Mings, I'm not sure what he's supposed to be trying to do there, to be honest with you, because again, the cameraman didn't clack it properly. I do honestly think it is a play for the ball, but Mings was just badly timed. So 21 minutes in, and it's still 0-0 for those who have just joined us. So Mings, Winks, Rice, Maguire, risky back past that. Maguire, Mings, Chilwell, Rice, Oxlade-Chamberlain, it's up to Sterling. He's running at ball, passes it back into the box. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. Right, straight at the goalkeeper. For those that are watching on Facebook and Periscope that aren't already subscribed to the YouTube channel where the main content is going, then by all means, please do so at your earliest convenience. Description is in the link is in the description below for the YouTube channel. Be nice. We're on 1,223 subscribers so far, which is good. But it'd be nice to get to the 1,230 by the end of the week. So it'd be nice to do that. So we've got that. So we've got that to talk about as well for the Spurs game, and as painful as that's going to be. So it goes out for Kosovo corner. So they're taking their time as always. He's about to take it, and there's a bit of melee in the box of the referee. It's like he knows he's on camera because he's giving it a bit. They're just telling them to just watch themselves by the looks of things. Corner coming in. Very well cleared. Hudson-Odoi doesn't really look all that bothered about this game somehow. And it goes out for a England throw. So guys, for those of you who are actually watching this, let me know how you think this game's going so far. The Chilwell throws in. Winks up to Kane, but misses him. And so Kosovo get possession. Nobody's supporting Kane. I honestly think I think it looks like both sides are set up not to lose this by the looks of it. Yes, all right, it's a 4-3-3. It's the same formation as last time, but their attitude doesn't. Both teams don't seem all that up for it. Right, so Kosovo on the attack. Kosovo goals, and nicely saved by Nick Pope there. Oops, sorry, microphone a bit too close to there. So Kosovo still in possession, kicking the ball about. No urgency from England whatsoever. It's understandable. We've already qualified with a game to go. It's not exactly going to be cutthroat, but I was expecting a bit more football than this. England have had 54% possession. I don't think so. Not from what I've seen. It's been mostly Kosovo. It's been mostly England more in the last couple of minutes or so, but Kosovo have had so much of the ball. So Sterling. Yeah, Rick echoes exactly what I've been saying. England are on top, but I think this will end in a draw at full time. Yeah, you're right, mate. It's not doing much with it. We're just passing it around. It's like it's like watching the England training camp, to be honest with you. It's nothing. There's a few little tackles here and there, but there's nothing really much to talk about, apart from obviously telling who's doing what. And talking of which, just as the ball goes up to Hudson-Odoi, but is he quick enough? Yes, he is. Only just about keeps it in. But nobody's supporting him yet again. So Harry Winks is running around like a blue-ass fly, and quite rightly so, because he wants to do something. He deserves a goal, Winks. He really does. He's really worked so hard the last few games. He really has worked hard. So Kosovo up to the box. But Maguire and Alexander-Arnold are right on him. But he still maintains possession. Despite Aaron Maguire's tenacity, shall we say. Kosovo strike. Well over the bar. Not even over the bar, really. About 2 or 3 yards out. Out to the left-hand post. From their point of view. Seeing the replay, and yeah, bit of a deflection off Winks by the looks of it. Just to double check the replay here. No, maybe not. I'm going to boot it up. Field to Sterling. Headed on by Kane. Sterling running at goal. Can he find the space? No, he passes to Kane, who just feebly headers it back to the Kosovo defenders. Poor from Kane. Absolutely poor. No strength on that ball whatsoever. And now Nick Pope has the ball. Kane. Rice boots it out. But it gets a bit of a deflection. It goes out for an England throw. At least it should do. Yeah. Alexander-Arnold throws to Oxlade-Chamberlain, who passes it, who boots it down to Chilwell, who passes it over to Mings. Passes it to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Jimmy, I'll come to you in a minute. Over to Alexander-Arnold, who boots it into the box, but there's nobody there, and the goalkeeper gathers. Left the room to make a cup of tea. They still feeling each other out. It's not even that, mate. It's not even that, Jimmy. It's not even that. They're just. I mean, I always maintain that the first half is always a bit like a boxing match, where the first few minutes are all just checking each other out and whatnot. And that's why Jimmy's referred to it as he has. But it's just, yeah, there's no real urgency from England. There's no real urgency from Kosovo. I mean, I might be wrong. If anybody's watching from if anybody's watching from the actual ground, not a foul from Winks in any shape or form, but the gazer goes down. And to be honest with you, Jimmy, I think a lot of these players are going to go out make themselves a cup of tea by the looks of things. So Kosovo in possession still. So very, very well played by England, and Raheem Sterling's on the ball. And Oxlade-Chamberlain passes it over to Sterling. Good little pass that. Back to Oxlade-Chamberlain. He passes it over through to Chilwell. Hudson-Odoi. I don't know which is worse. And a good attempt at goal, but again, very well saved by the goalkeeper. Jimmy saying, laughing my arse off. There's no urgency. There's absolutely no urgency from England, and Kosovo are just more than happy to keep the ball by the looks of things. So Sterling, Alexander-Arnold to Rice, passes it down to Harry Winks, through to Hudson-Odoi. He loses possession, and Kosovo have possession, but he gets it back. Winks, Rice, Sterling. Tries to pass it through to very well deflected. Go on, Kane. Oh, straight at the no. Right, so Mings, Maguire, back to Mings. And just when you don't need it to piss around, it starts doing it. Oh, come on. Damn, missed the goal. Bugger. But 1-0. Just it always gets in. Always happens. Always happens. Always miss it. It's like when you go out when you're cooking or something. Miss the goal. So guys, let me know who scored the goal there, because the replay hasn't come up yet. Just as Kosovo on the attack. I'm guessing it's Sterling. My instinct saying it's Sterling that scored the goal. Oh, Winks. See, I told you he was due a goal. Thank you, Ricks. Yeah, I'm glad I said Winks was due a goal. He's worked so hard. So Maguire boots it out for a Kosovo throw-in, and hopefully now we'll get to see the replay. No, because they take it too quickly. And Kosovo boot it into, and it goes out for a goal kick. So hopefully now we will see it. Yeah, here we go. So Rice, Kane, Oxlade-Chamberlain, an easy goal for right. Yes, exactly as I knew you'd take it. Very well. Back of the left-hand side of the net, completely in space. Misjudges completely confuses the goalkeeper, and there you go. Brilliant, very good goal for him. Well deserved. Very, very happy for him. Just hope he puts those boots. He doesn't bring those boots on Saturday. All right, so Kosovo have had 5 attempts at goal. We've had 6. I argue, but yeah, Kosovo still in possession. Kosovo still in possession. Kosovo still in possession. Winks goes in for a tackle but misses completely, and Kosovo are still in possession and attacking in numbers. And well gathered by Nick Pope. So honestly, I'm very, very pleased with Harry Winks. He's worked his absolute socks off the last 3 or 4 games, and he's been absolutely brilliant. I've really enjoyed watching him play. I hope I don't enjoy him watching him play on Saturday, but yes, he's been absolutely superb. Very, very good from him. Very happy with the boy. Very happy. Kosovo have had 193 completed passes. We've had 188. Now that you said that, John, just like now you said that, just like saying this wallpaper is coming right down. Jeremy, it's not that bad, mate. You don't have to take it out on your house. It's been pretty boring apart from that goal by Winks, to be honest. Great, but there's just no tempo here. Everyone just seems to be both teams, Kosovo and England, are just plodding about at the minute. Plodding about. I mean, Kosovo 1-0 down with 10 minutes to go, and they're not even attacking. They're just standing around. It's like watching West Ham. It's like watching West Ham. So Rice, Sterling. There's all my cachet that was causing all these problems. Mings, Maguire, Winks, Sterling, Rice, Sterling, Rice. Hudson-Odoi out on the right wing for some random reason. Alexander-Arnold, Maguire, Mings. Mings going in. Chilwell, Sterling, Chilwell. Winks in. Oh, good ball from Winks, but nobody read the ball properly. And Kosovo clear, but Maguire headers it back in, and Kosovo head it back out. So Winks from the Ox. Over to Maguire, Mings, Chilwell, Tyrone Mings, Harry Maguire. It's going to be like this for the next 7 or 8 minutes. You watch. Better football, England. Come on. Mings. Sterling, Mings. Chilwell, Mings, Sterling, Chilwell, Winks. And it goes out for a Kosovo throw-in, even though to the protests of the England players. Actually, to be honest with you, Harry Winks reminds me of it. He looks like a lot. He looks like a kid I used to go to junior school with, little prep boy. So Rice. Mings trumbles up there. And it goes out for a Kosovo free kick by looks it. But so yeah, Mings. Yeah, he trips over his own feet, the Kosovo player there. Yeah, not really sure why that's in there. Not anymore. So Kosovo still in possession with 8 minutes to go. Their number 9 is well far back. Nothing really doing. So we've got some time here. Pope, Maguire, Mings, who doesn't read the ball properly. Rice. Alexander-Arnold. Ox. Maguire. Milling about. Hudson-Odoi. It goes out. Oh, no. It's in. Alexander-Arnold. To Maguire. God, this is boring. Maguire roots it all the way over to Chilwell, very well tight, does very well to knock it down, but doesn't keep possession, unfortunately. And Kosovo are on the attack. And it goes out for an England throw. So Mings, Winks, Maguire. Somebody give me a shot of adrenaline, please. Alexander-Arnold. Mings. Winks. Mings. Sterling loses possession as he's passing it to Winks. Chilwell, sorry. Okay. And it goes out for a throw-in. 5 minutes left on the clock, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this. More specifically, if anybody watched the preview that's on YouTube for this game, let me know your thoughts, because I've bought a new camera, which I will hopefully at some point be able to stream with. But at the moment I'm not. But let me know your thoughts on it, because it looked to me personally. I mean, I got the framing wrong. I completely got the framing wrong. But it looks. I think it looks good. I think it looks really. The quality is much better than the Nikon that I was using. So, guys, if anybody has watched the preview, let me know your thoughts on it in terms of the quality of the camera. Kosovo in attack and about 8 miles off the bar. I mean, all of the Kosovo. You just see a shot of the bench there. All the Kosovo bench up, thinking that the goal scored, because they must be as bored as we are, to be honest with you. because there's no it's all cautionary football from both sides. Winks. Good idea to pass it over to Sterling there, but Sterling didn't read it properly. Good idea from the boy, though. So, nothing doing still. Nothing doing. So, Montenegro on the attack still. Not exactly the fastest of players, this guy. Rice holding him in, which is good play from him. Ball into the box from Kosovo and cleared out from Mings, but straight to a Kosovonian player. But we're just like, what's that? What's that? What's this? And now Hudson-Odoi out. Should be passing it, and he does, but he passes it way too late. And Kane's not reading the ball, and Kosovo are in possession and into the England half. So Mings passes it back, but it's out for a corner. Poor mistake from Mings there. To be honest, it's a good thing that Mings is in the squad tonight because he played well against South when we played Kosovo at Southampton back in September, 2 months ago now. Can you believe it? How quick that's gone? But yeah, it's not bad. It's been not too bad from him. Not bad. He is a good defender, Mings. He's done well for Villa so far this season. Shipped a shitload of goals, but he's done well. So corner for Montenegro, taken by their number 9, and headed out by Rice. Sterling chasing, but gets outpaced by the looks of it, which is hard to do from Sterling's point of view. It's hard to be outpaced, and that goes out for a goal kick. That's the tempo they're running at. It's ridiculous, all that. Right, so long ball over up to Kane, but doesn't happen again. So Kosovo still in possession, passing it about. Number 9 on the ball. Good shout. Their left back got right in there. Still in possession. Their number 9 on the ball now. Not doing anything, just passing it. Coming up. And Rice gathers. Go on, son. Do a run. That's it. Good little pass up to Sterling, who's basically jogging with the ball and is stood still, and is now passing it back to Alexander-Arnold, who passes it to Oxlade-Chamberlain. He passes it down to Chilwell. He passes it back to Mings. He goes over to Maguire. God, come on. Show some impetus, England. I know we've qualified, but still. And that's it. First half over with. Right. Things going to be paused, and I am going to be going for a drink. So I can get a drink. So back in a second. I'm back, but the screen. Right, I'm back. Right, so first half. Not impressed, to be honest with you. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Because at the end of the day, we've not played expansive enough football as we should be. We've qualified, granted, but there should be more impetus on that. I can't believe the amount of Christmas adverts have been coming out already. It's ridiculous. We're only halfway through November, for Pete's sake. Sorry, Uncle. Not for your sake, of course. But do you know what I mean? It's just it's crazy. The amount of where are we? Where have we got here? I'm just checking a few things while the England guys are taking a bit of a break. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Right, so guys, let me know your thoughts on the first half. But as I say, apart from Harry Winks' goal, not a lot has really happened. There's not really been enough pressure on the ball. There's not been really enough tempo, as far as I'm concerned. There's not been enough really anything, really, to be honest with you. There really hasn't been, because there's nothing really doing from England's point of view. They're not really trying. They're not really doing anything. I'm quite surprised. I'm quite surprised at how bad this has been. I mean, of course, obviously, I'm not from one point of view, because it's, we've qualified, blah 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 blah, right? But at the same time, we've not really had enough oomph to give it a good go. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. Don't get me wrong. That Winks' goal was just sublime. It's perfect. Nice little passes from everybody. Everybody has been participating well. But there's, it's just I just don't see. I don't see. I'm not. I just don't see it. I don't see enough fight out there. Even though just play out. All right, we're 1-0 up, but we could have had so much more. Kosovo are playing very well. To be fair, but unpronounceable name. Good. So come on, guys. There's 9 of you watching at the minute. Let's talk about things. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. It's just showing the replay of Winks' goal there, and just finds a very, very good amount of space, and finds it, and boom, in the back of the net, 1-0. And that's what we needed. This is just 20 seconds of just absolute brilliance from England. And that's all it needed. That's all it needed. Right, where are we? No, it's not letting me do it. It's a bugger. Sorry, guys. I'm just doing a bit of maintenance on Chrome at the moment. But yeah. Anyway, so no. So come on, guys. There's 4 of you still in the group, in the live chat here. Come on, let's talk about it. Right. So I mean, don't get me wrong. As I said, Kosovo played well, and as a result of it, we've given. Would you make any subs in this game yet? Good question, Rick. To be honest with you, yes, I would. I would take off Harry Kane. I mean, yes, I would honestly take off Harry Kane. He's not really done all that much, to be fair. But the same, to be fair, he hasn't really had the ball, the amount of ball that he should have done. But as I say, he's not. He doesn't really. He hasn't really given it any much of a go. Excuse me. So it's been interesting. But yeah, I would take off Kane. I would honestly take off Kane and put on Tammy Abrahams, Callum Wilson. I don't think Willis Wilson's in the squad actually, is he? Let's have a look. Where's me dog and bone? Where's me dog and bone? Rick says yes, same in bringing Rashford. Yep, Rashford on. Yep, not a bad shout, mate. Not a bad shout at all. Let's just bring up the team sheet once again. I'm not going to put it up on the screen because the game's about to start in a few minutes, and by the time I've got all that sorted out, the game's going to kick off. Second half's going to kick off. So, excuse me. So, so where are we? Come on, load it. It's really weird about this house. There's some very strange signal things going on here. It really is weird. Apps seem to crash a lot. I don't get it. Well, I don't get this when I'm at work. It just only seems to be here. It's really weird. Maybe the house is haunted, or some very, very disgruntled bee entities flowing about. I know I live with a few of them. Right, let's have a look. Can't retrieve anything. What a surprise! Yes, I'm aware that mobile data is going to be charging me. I hate these things sometimes. All this fucking health and safety nonsense. But right, let's go back onto the England website. So let's have a look. Right, okay. So on the bench we have so Kieran Trippier, Pickford, Rose, Stones, Tomori, Mount, Maddison, Sancho, Rashford, Wilson, Abraham, Henderson. So yeah, as in the goalkeeper Henderson, Sheffield United, if I remember correctly. Pardon me. Rashford, Wilson, and Abraham, the attacking options. Yeah. So yeah, Rick, I would agree, mate. I would agree. Either any of those three. Callum Wilson, I would love to see. I reckon Callum Wilson would absolutely run them ragged. Absolutely run them ragged. And same with Abraham, and I'm sure Rashford would as well. But I'd take Kane off. Now, guys, I know a lot of issues been made about Harry Kane's goal scoring abilities recently, and to a degree, quite rightly so. But as far as I'm concerned, just as I take a sip. Oh, bloody hell, I look pale. Hang on. How's that? Was that any better? Yeah, it's a bit more natural. How's that? What about that? Nope. Still looking like Casper. Still looking like Casper, as an old mate of mine used to call me. Yeah, that's better. But yeah, let's say Harry Kane. Great goal scoring ratio. Scored a hat trick the other night. Scored a hat trick in quite a few of the games, if I'm honest. But the issue for me I have with, just I try and create a bit of space. Oh, fuck it. The issue I have with me is literally just the fact that he's not up against challenging sides. I'm not being rude, but it's not. We're not. He's not being tested as much as he is in the Premier League. He really isn't being tested. And as a result of it, I just hope that everybody goes in with a bit less optimism going into Euros. Don't get me wrong. I think it would be brilliant. I think it'd be absolutely superb for us to get further. Because in the World Cup we got to the semi-final, but even with the semi-final of that, we only played one difficult team in the group stages, should we say, and that was Belgium. Was it Belgium? Yeah, it was Belgium. Everybody else we were able to score ridiculous goals against because they weren't hard teams, and we step up against. We come up against one difficult side, just as we did against the Czech Republic, which, as everybody remembers. And same result, we lose. So, it's just, I don't know. It's just something, this is something, don't get me wrong, I'll be very, very carried away in the Euros. And I hope you guys will be able to join me as well for that matter. But, as I say, it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right that we should be getting this over anxious. I know the media are making a big hoo-ha about it because they have to. It's their job. They have to overanalyze everything. They have to accentuate everything. They have to pick apart everything. But for me, no. It's just, guys, let me know your thoughts on it. But for me personally, it's to say, put Harry Kane up against Italy. Put Harry Kane up against Spain. Put Harry Kane up against Portugal, Brazil, Germany. I don't even Scotland to a degree, and I don't think he'd score as many as he has been in this qualifying round. Ariton Ibishi, welcome, mate. Do you know a site where I can watch the game live? Yes, I do, but you need to be in the UK, I'm afraid, mate. There is, if you've obviously only just joined us, but there is a very nice comment in here from where is it? Senorita Tanya. She's put a link up there, so mate. Alternatively, if you have a VPN, then switch that on, and then I'm sure you'll be able to find the UK website that I'm currently using. That will allow you to watch the game. Set your VPN to England or the UK or Great Britain, depending on which one you're using, and it will do the work for you, and you'll be able to watch this game completely uninhibited. That's the whole point. I was going to recommend, excuse me, for those who don't know, recently I did have an affiliation with CyberGhost VPN, but I had to terminate that because it was causing my laptop all sorts of things. And I actually noticed that the VPN from CyberGhost VPN, as great as it is, not criticizing it, wasn't compatible with my setup because it actually was taking up a third of my RAM time. It was ridiculous. I had to get rid of that, and I spoke to the guys and said, look, we can't carry this on anymore because I can't recommend it. I'm not going to, any affiliation I get, I'm not going to be making any. I'm not going to endorse something I'm not happy with. It's just no. I've got too much integrity, and I respect you guys way too much for anything else other than that. West Ham for life. Hello, mate. Good to see you again, Ben. Nice to see you, son. No changes at half time. Yeah, not surprised. Just as the game kicks off. Sorry, the second half kicks off, I should say. And straight on the attack. But yeah, Kosovo in possession again, and it goes out for a England throw. Should be taken quicker than this. Mings to Maguire. What we got? So we got Alexander-Arnold. So run through the team sheets. For Kosovo's Muric, Vodova, Romani, Alti, Kolovi, Selina. Interesting. Drezovic and something that went moved to Hadaj. I can't even pronounce that. No, I'm not going to continue that. So England is Pope. Back four of Alexander-Arnold, Maguire, Mings and Chilwell. Midfield of Oxlade-Chamberlain, Rice and Winks. Attacking options of Sterling, Kane and Hudson-Odoi. So Mings on the ball, dancing about. Or prattling about, depending on your point of view. Passes it over to Chilwell, passes it back to Mings. Should be passing it to Kane, Rice, but he doesn't. He passes it to Maguire, and he passes it back further to to Chilwell, and Nick Pope gets on the ball. Tyrone Mings, and then Alexander-Arnold to Rice, who's in a bit of kerfuffle. Mings, who's dangerous play with possession from England. Very dangerous here. Maguire boots it up to Hudson-Odoi. But yeah, Winks chips it over the park to Alexander-Arnold because a good idea in a lot of space. West Ham is why on pod. Good to see you guys. Hope you're all right. What are you drinking? It's not alcoholic, I'm afraid. It's milkshake, chocolate milkshake. Good to see you guys. Very happy to be part of you, to join you guys with the Hammers Polls videos. Let me know which one of you guys is it, to be honest. Let me know. That does a spot. Right, Sterling. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Sterling was brought down, so he was given a free kick, which is now about to be taken. Eventually. So Alexander-Arnold looks like he's going to take it by the looks of things. It's always interesting to watch players flob on the floor just live. And boom. Not a bad ball. And could have easily been Sterling if he'd... that could have been 2-0 from a Sterling header if he'd have been a bit more ambitious, but it wasn't. Winks on the ball, but dispossessed. And Moldova's slowly doing little chips and passes. For those on Periscope or Facebook that don't know, that is West Ham is Why We Drink podcast. Oh, that's dangerous from Mings. It goes out for a corner. Thank you, Darwin. Thank you very much, mate. No, it wasn't Mings. Sorry, it was Oxlade-Chamberlain. So I came out for a corner that isn't actually on the corner at all. It's on the goal line, but it's not on the corner. Has the ref spotted this? Yeah, he checked it. It says it's fine, but is it bollocks? Is it bollocks? Well, that's the football nowadays. They don't take corners on the corner anymore. One part of the corner being touched. But it's a poor corner. And 3 yards of the left post yet again. So 50 minutes, 49 and a bit on the clock, and it's still 1-0 to England. This is a replay of the corner. Yeah, not the best of statues, shall we say, for the least. Listen to the podcast. It's fun to listen to. It is, yeah. Good guys on there. Some very interesting parts of the points of view as well on the podcast, shall we say. But yeah, very entertaining. And it's always good to hear other people's opinions. And I'm very glad you guys are doing it. Putting the word out in the States, along with American Hammers, of course. Very, very good channel, American Hammers, run by some very, very good guys as well. Very knowledgeable from an American point of view, because obviously, there were times where, and still are, where the Americans can watch more England and more West Ham or EPL games than we can over here. We enjoy doing it. We don't take it seriously, except when Adam cheats. Ben made a very good point. West Ham can't hurt us this weekend. Now, guys, Haksabanovic, right? For those who that watched the Montenegro game with or without me or alongside when I was watching it, I was very impressed with how that boy played. One of the standout players on Montenegro. Yet apparently is still not going to be being featured at any time this season. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this, because I sang his praises when he came in under Slav. I really did. I think the guy's got a lot of potential. He's only was he 20 now? I think lots of potential. But guys, yeah, let me know your thoughts on the kid, because I'd love to see him in midfield at the minute. I'd absolutely love it. This is Kosovo on the attack. And they get awarded another corner. So just a replay of the build up there. Touch and go. The guys on side or not. If anyone can hear a very flat sound at the moment, it's one of my housemates singing. So ball in, headed towards goal. It goes out for another corner from off Winks. Kosovo getting closer. They're getting closer. The only time they can hit is at set pieces. And why does that sound familiar, guys? Huh? Well, she is singing something I can't fathom. I can't understand it. It's like being back at home listening to my sister sing. Oh, monotonic ain't the word. All right. So Kosovo still in possession. Dicking about. England possession. Good little sweep from Rice. Hudson-Odoi. Maguire booting all the way up. And no, nothing doing. We got right, so we got the, what are we doing here? It's not a lot really by the looks of things. Still, yeah. Streamers. Kosovo on attack. Gathered by Alexander-Arnold. Just mind. Out to Sterling. He boots over the Kosovo player straight to Kane. Back to Sterling. Here we go. England on the attack. Sterling trying to pass to himself, but doesn't. And Montenegro, sorry, and Kosovo are in possession, but nicely timed from Hudson-Odoi, and Sterling this time is actually fouled. It is a proper foul on Sterling, because when he was fouled at this time of the first half, it was a dive. I'm sorry, but it was a dive. But that's a hook to his foot. Did he blow snot rockets from his left or right nostril first? No, just. Oh no, just. Dirty spud. Ball out for a goal kick. So. So I say whoever's in charge of directing this live broadcast for ITV needs shooting. Honestly, it's terrible camera skills. Yeah, well, I'm watching it on ITV's channel, and yeah, so it's a bit weird that. But there will be, because of course this is being broadcast live. There's going to be a delay anyways, about 25 seconds if I remember correctly. But yeah. Yeah, because I'm going to say, because I'm streaming, because I don't have a telly up in here, which is a real shame. But it is what it is, and I'm not going downstairs to use it because it's too much faffing about. But yeah, it is going to be on top of it, delayed more than we rest of it see. It's weird though, because obviously the live chat is as it is live, but yeah, I'm reading what when I'm reading what you're putting in, it comes up late. It's random. But where are we? So what was the name of the horse in the 1923 Cup final? Come on, Ben. The game's not that boring. I can't remember, to be honest. I think it's also like the White Horse final, wasn't it? But what minute are you in? Just as it freezes once again. It's coming up to the 57th minute because it keeps freezing. It's probably because of the because I'm not the only one using the router, unfortunately. Even though it is on its own independent bandwidth, it's still freezing like crazy. But that's BT for you. Like, well, that's nice for you. That's what but I've explained why. Because the problem is as I'm streaming, I'm downloading and uploading at the same time, and BT can't handle that. It really can't handle it. And it's frozen again, just as you jinxed it. Right, so Hudson-Odoi on the attack, running at speed. Oh, nice try from the kid there. Nice try. So Kosovo goalkeeper out for a goal kick. And he's been taken off now by the looks of it. Or is it? Or yeah. Rashford's coming on, Ricky. Rashford's coming on, and Hudson-Odoi is coming off. So not a bad idea. Good swap. And Hudson-Odoi looking relatively pissed off, but happy at the same point by the looks of him. So there we go. So Kosovo on the attacks again. And they go back to the defenders. So running up. And doing nothing for England back wall as usual. Giving them shitloads of space. Just like West Ham. And it goes out for goal kick. Rice needs to be taken off to save him for the game on Saturday. Yeah, agreed, right, Ricky boy. But as I say, he's got 6 days to recuperate. It's not really 5 days to recuperate. He's young. He can handle it. So Maguire on the ball. So Sterling, no, it goes out for a Kosovo throw-in. So sometime this week would be nice. Thank you, guys. Come on, you got options. So Mings, Rashford, Chilwell. Go on, Ben. Go on. Oh, close. Sterling keeps it in. Okay, no. Passes all the way back to Maguire. Rice. Alexander-Arnold. Just as it freezes once again. So Rice on the ball. Sterling, miles away. So the usual toing and throwing. So guys, let me know your thoughts on how the game's been going so far. Just waiting. Ben, yeah, agree, mate. Yeah, it is pretty tepid to say the least. Very, very tepid. But Jose Gonzalez Casados, greetings. Hello, I'm Mexican. Nice to have you on board, mate. I don't see the match. Yeah, well, I'm talking about it as much as I can. West Ham podcast. Enjoy watching the Watcher, everyone. We're going for a drink or four. Well, bottoms up, guys. Nice of you to join us. Shame that we haven't scored the goals that you've been saying in the chat. Yes, Jose. Yes, goal. England is winning still 1-0. I blame Ryan, Fredericks, and Tompkins. Ben, what do you blame them for, mate? What, for not being good enough to be into the England squad? I'm guessing. So Kosovo substitution on the 64th minute and 18 seconds. So they're number 14, Berisha, I think you pronounce that, and comes off. And halami, isn't that a type of dip? Halami, it comes on. Yep, check out the West Ham Wise While We Drink podcast on iTunes. West Ham, yep, guys, by all means. For all the other 9 other people that are watching. By the way, guys, this is going to be going up on the YouTube channel at JPWHU TV as well. So hopefully that will get you guys a bit more exposure. Had to mess with you just a bit. Yeah, no, guys, it's fine. I knew you guys were pissing about. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's been the most entertaining thing for the last 20 minutes. Because there's bugger all much to talk about what's going on in the England side. Right, so for those who've just joined us, as the count's gone up a little bit, it's still 1-0 to England. Just messing about. Tim at American Hammer's always reference those two. Yeah, I know he does. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Ben. He does. He always blames Fred. He always blames our defensive woes of us selling Tompkins, and always says that Fabianski and any other goalkeeper, which Tim's got a very valid point at the moment, that the goalkeeper that isn't doing enough. To be honest, I haven't seen American Hammers TV for a little while. I've been very, very busy sorting stuff out for the channel. But I dread to think what Tim's been saying about Roberto at the moment. Really dread to think what he's been saying. But guys, go check out American Hammers. Very, very good. Today play Mexico sub 17 versus Brazil sub 17, 2 a.m. time in Europe. Thanks for letting us know, mate. I take it that's when you say sub 17, I take it's the under 17s. Yeah. So yeah, guys, if anybody, I mean, those in the States who are still watching with us, Jose Gonzalez Casados, I hope I pronounced your name right. Please let me know if I have or haven't. Welcome. It's always good to see you. And yeah, by all means, guys in the States, that will still be what, 10 o'clock, 8, 9 o'clock in the evening for you guys in the States. So go check that out if you can. Roberto is awful. Yeah, agreed, mate. 100%. Just as where are we? Jimmy, I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, Rashford, fuck, 50-50 there, and it goes 50-50 there, and of course it goes for Kosovo's side, doesn't it? Of course. Maybe not for being on West Ham. Maybe not. Maybe for not being on West Ham together. As I meant to. This is reminding me of a West Ham match. Yeah, it is, man. It is 100%. Talking of which, Jimmy, where is the tune? Where is the tune? Where is the tune? Because I asked you, appreciate you've been busy and whatnot, and I hope everything's all right with you, of course. But yeah, I did ask you to do us a bit of a theme tune for the channel, because it'd be nice to have that playing on certain things. So, Jimmy, let me know how this is going. Senorita Tanya, thank you very much for putting that link up again for those who can see it. But yes, I agree with the West Ham. Ben, aka West Ham for life. He is not awful. He is fucking ridiculous. And the stupid thing is apparently Pellegrini is still backing him. So we're not going to see Martin apparently on Saturday, which I'll go into more detail on Wednesday. I'll be recording it Wednesday, be uploaded Thursday on YouTube for the preview of the Spurs home game. I did try and get a couple of guests on for that, but unfortunately, didn't really happen. But Martin has to play. Yeah, agreed, 100%. Just as, where are we? Who's in goal for England? Nick Pope, the Stoke goalkeeper, if I remember right, or is he Burnley's? One of the two. Nick Pope, good goalkeeper. One change I didn't see coming. I was surprised he didn't pick Jordan Pickford, but I understand the reasons 100%. Just honestly, we've been talking for 3 minutes, and there's still nothing much doing. Just as Kosovo are running on the attack, and well saved by Pope. Yeah. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, you're 100% right, mate. It was Burnley. I know it was one of the two. It's 1:24 p.m. I pushed the kid out of the way of a car, got hit instead, and hit my head. Okay, thanks, Jimmy. Right, so we have. Right, so Rashford, Winks, Sterling, Winks. To be honest, guys, one thing I didn't mention. Kosovo, those supporters have been absolutely brilliant tonight. They applauded Hudson-Odoi when he came off. And I'm guessing because of their stance on the recent racism that was in the Bulgaria game? Yeah, the Bulgaria game. And even the Kosovo head coach said, we fully support English black players, or all black players, and that's why they've been such a good host for England the last couple of days. And fair play to them. Fair play to them. That's what it should be. Football is a sport that, like any other sport for that matter, but it brings people together, and it should be bringing people together from all walks of life, as it currently does, all colours and creeds, etc., etc. Just as we're seeing a replay of Nick Pope's easy save there, but yeah. One of the reasons why it was an easy save is because for their number 2, he actually fell on his ankle. Jimmy says, so I've not gotten it to you. You want to hear the song after this? Call me on Messenger. I'll try, Jimmy, if I can, but it's 6:30 at the minute. I'm going to have dinner afterwards, but maybe in a couple of hours, mate, if you're about. Let us know. Football should be open to everyone. Yes, exactly. It should. And it won't in the next 5 or 10 years. Because those that created the sport, shall we say, are slowly but surely being pushed out. That's right. So anyway, so get back to the football and get rid of that politics bollocks. Mings to Chilwell, back to Mings. Back to Chilwell. And he kicks it back to Pope. Maguire. Mings. What you having for dinner? No idea yet, mate. To be honest with you, no idea. Might do myself some. I got some cod. I might do some cod with roast potatoes and veg, maybe, or I might do some chicken, or I might do a pie. I don't know yet. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be nice. Ben's had a roast. I'm sure you have, son. I've had a roast. I've had a roast in from West Ham from West Ham is why we drink podcast tonight. So Oxlade Chamberlain off and Mason Mount on. Again, another very talented England youngsters coming through. So, guys, if you haven't already, this includes you, West Ham is why podcast. Please do follow the account properly on Periscope, because the next away game after Chelsea, I will be doing live as well. So, keep an eye out for that. That's on that. Hang on, where are we? That should be the Boxing Day game, actually, I think. Anyway, we'll come back to it. I'm having a cereal. I'm having a serial killer. Oh God! What do you do? You hit your victims over the head with a cornflakes packet. 10 points for anyone who knows what film that's from. Because if you do know that film, A, you're just as old as I am, and B, well, actually, no, that's just a good enough reason. But yeah, if you know what line that movie's from, if you don't, I'll let you know. You guys know at the end of the stream. Just as Kosovo are on the attack. No, it's not Wayne's World. Very close, Ben. Very close. More English, but around about the time. So where are we? So Winks up to Kane, who headers it straight to the goalkeeper. Party on! Excuse me. Yeah, if anybody knows it, I'll give you a clue. It's a film that should never have happened from a string of 60s and 70s movies. Let me put it that way. You can't get it by that. Swing! I need one beer, Corona. Go on, go for it, Jose. Go on, son. Corona is Mexican beer. Yes, agreed, mate. It's not bad, actually, to be honest with you. Nice. Obviously hope you've got enough limes at home as well. Austin. It's not Austin Powers, mate. No, if that's what you're referring to. I said British. That's an American film. I don't care what you say. I mean, yes, all right. Mick, what's his name? Mike Myers. Mick Myers. He's Scouse technically. But yeah, I mean proper English. I mean English. Pinewood Studios English, shall we say? Right. So, Chilwell. Corner to Kosovo. Yes, I know yes, he is technically Canadian, but both his parents are British. And if I remember correctly from an interview I saw with him, he was born in Liverpool and spent a few years. He's 2 or 3 before he went over to Canada. So long. I will return in 5 minutes. Good to see you, Jose. Good. It'd be nice. Yep, it'd be good to have you back, mate. We've got a quarter of an hour left to go, so take your time, son. Take your time. I'm not drinking, by the way. Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks for your 2 cents, son. Corner over the goal. So, all right. I'll give you one more clue. One more clue. If you don't get it by this, then I'll say I'll give it to you. I'll give you the answer in a quarter of an hour. The line was said by Julian Clary. That'll test you. That will test your knowledge. He hasn't been in many movies, but that was the one. Yeah, it was the only line I remember from that film. Actually, a lot of you Americans, if you're still watching, it's a movie that satires how you guys were technically, how you guys were founded. That's the biggest clue I can give you. So Julian Clary and how America was discovered. If nobody gets it from that, I'll it's not Drop Dead Fred. No, as I said, Ben, I've given two massive clues there. Right, so Mings, chill well. Back to Mings. Should be giving it to Rice, and he does. A little bit too late, but because Rice gives it back to him, and Mings puts it back to Pope, who goes for the long ball clearance. Not bad, not good, but not bad. Ping pong football at the minute. Right, bye. Got to take a pony. Drop a few friends off at the lake. Pocahontas. Good to have you on, son. Nice to see you. You take care of yourself. Hope to hear from you again soon. Shut up. Right. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. Ben says I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. Well, you'll find out in the next 12, 13 minutes. So, Mings. Chilwell back to Mings. Rice. Rice up to Sterling. Sterling. Good cross in from Sterling. Deflected. Kane 2-0. The first time the West Ham Way pod, West Ham is why we drink, got it absolutely right. Well done. Very good. Very, very good. H. Kane. Yeah, not again, exactly as Kane usually does, in the right place at the right time. Boom, 2-0. 78 3/4. So 12 goals in 8 matches. Which actually, if you were playing harder opposition, would be 8 goals in 12 matches. Yeah, great little touch from Kane. They're very good. Good ball in from Sterling. A bit of deflection off one of the Kosovo players, which put it right in Kane's path and clips it in the cheeky inside of his right foot. And now Kane gets booked for taking a pill on the keeper. Go away. No, fine. Fantasy football going well for me of late. Yes, Ben, you're doing well, mate. You're doing well. Doing well. Yeah. A little bit difficult to say goodbye if you don't leave, but yeah, good to see you, mate. You take care of yourself. I'll see you soon. Bit of a melee coming on here. Kane involved again. Goes out for a corner. Just as it freezes again. So I've got 9 minutes left of the game plus whatever extra time we're going to use for the substitutions. The horse's name was... Yeah, not sorry guys, not really sure what happened just then. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's afternoon now in Europe. It's evening now, Jose. It's almost 20 to 7 UK time, PM, of course. In Kosovo, it's going to be what is it? About 20 past 9? 20 to 10, I should say, give or take. But good to see you back, Jose. Good to see you back, mate. Hopefully you've followed the page. Yeah. All right, so Rice. Oh, down to Sterling. Sterling on the break, running to Kane. Good pass to Rashford, and boo! Booyaka! 3-0. Great piece of football there. Great piece. European Championship group draw in a couple of weeks' time. Yes, it is, mate. I hopefully, if it's not done during the working days hours, I will do a live stream when we see who's, if I can find what channel it's going to be on, of course. But yeah, very good goal from Rashford there. Very, very good ball from him. So yeah, looking comfortable now. Boring first half. Very comfortable second half now. It's a great ball from Sterling, and he's easily worked from Rashford. Absolutely easily worked. Didn't really even have time to think about it. Just wallop. So in my country it's 12:40. Well, it's 18:40 now. So yeah, you guys are 6 hours behind. So enjoy your lunch break. Enjoy your lunch. So hey, Tomori's coming on. Very happy to see him come on for the next 9 minutes. Alexander-Arnold coming off, and Tomori, the youngster who I said in the preview that I really hope was going to come on. He should have started, to be fair. I don't really see the reason why Tomori's in the squad if he's going to be on for this late. But anyway, weird as the playoffs are not until March. Yeah, I know, mate. But this is the thing, because bearing in mind we've got the winter break coming up in January, right? All clubs are going to have a week off. There's 2 sets. First portion, and then the first portion on. I'm so glad the West Ham pod ain't here. After the league is doing a break in 1 week, and then the second half of the league's doing another break in the other part of January. So that might be why it's going to be in March, because not in February like they normally are. But anyway, I mean, we've qualified. It doesn't really matter. You know, even with the UEFA Nations Cup friendly stroke competitive friendly stroke whatever the bloody hell you want to class them as, we were there. We were top there. So we were going to qualify no matter what with this anyway. But yes, it's looking good. It's looking good. So we've got 21 points now, and is it plus 29 goal difference? I think, isn't it, something like that? Right, so for those 4 of you that are still watching, any thoughts? And don't actually, yeah. Anyone figured it out? What movie I'm talking about? Where Julian Clary says he's talking about a serial killer, and he says he bashes his victims to death with a cornflakes packet, and it's a satire on how America was discovered. So you got 6 minutes before I tell you. Anyone figured it out yet? Now, if I remember correctly, the prisoner in the film was called Marco, I think. So this is, I think it's along the lines of, you can Google this if you want, because I know you guys are going to cheat anyway. No, Ben, it's not Sophie's Choice. What is it? So I think the full line is, this is Marco, the serial killer, bashes his victims to death with a packet of cornflakes. And Rashford on goal. No, taken out. Old Bill on top of George. Old Bill on top of George top of Poor old Billy and didn't cheat. No idea what you're on about there. Please explain, Jimmy. Please explain, because I haven't got the Scooby what you're on about. So Kosovo back to the England game. Kosovo in possession, cutting straight through the defence. Tyrone Mings held beautifully by him. Very well done. Very well done. So Sterling running with the ball. Anyone figured it out yet? The horses in 1923 was Billy, and I did not cheat because it was the biggest one to date. Yeah, I know, mate, but I'm saying about finding out what movie I'm talking about. You guys are going to kick yourselves when I put the results up. You are absolutely going to kick yourselves. If Scotland qualify and play England next summer, how many goals will we put past them? I say 7. Do you know what though, mate? I know you're pissing about there, Ben, but or potentially not actually. But they are actually Scotland aren't too bad a side. They're not perfect, but they're not too bad. Not too bad a side at all. Just we're coming up to the last minute of normal time. So Maguire down to Rashford. He passes it back to Pope. Chilwell passes it back to Pope. So conservative football from England now. And where are we? The other 2 mistakes were autocorrect. Okay. And Kosovo defenders putting it back to their goalkeeper. He boots it out badly for England throw. So you're going to give us 2 minutes of extra time. And ball being hunted down. Somebody should have followed up there. Well, Kane caused the mistake. And wallop and 3-0. Sorry, 4-0. 4-0. Great ball. Great ball. Mason Mount. Again, very happy that he got on this. He's got on the score sheet. Gareth Southgate doesn't look that happy with it. But yeah, 4-0. Very good. Right. So as it's 4-0 and the game is pretty much dead and buried. Has anybody figured it out now? Ben, if you figured it out, Jimmy, if you figured it out, and to the other 2 viewers, because it just seems Jose probably won't know it. Have to beat Kazakhstan, not an easy team. Agreed. Great little replay of the goal there. So Kane forces the error, passes it over to Mason, who puts it in the back of the net, very, very cheekily. For them anyway. Yeah, but you know we've had weird games. We've had weirder games than that, mate, and we've lost. Right, so guys, for those who are actually paying attention, class. Has anybody figured out the film? I'll do it one more time. This is Marco. the serial killer clobbers his victims to death with a cornflakes packet, or words to that effect. See how many people we've got it. And I know, Ben, you haven't. But Jimmy and the other two viewers that are now watching, you figured it out yet? You're going to kick yourselves. Jose, okay. Okie dokie. That's it. Game over. Game done. Did embedded. Did embedded. You just returned, mate. It's 4-0. So we had goals from Harry Kane, Mason Mount, Marcus Rashford, and Harry Winks. So the order was Harry Winks, Kane, Rashford, and Mount. So good goals, right? So okay, so there isn't any. This isn't a competition. It's just going off the back of the what the American, the West Ham is why we drink podcast. Little joke they put up in there. The answer is, and hopefully this will come out viewable. Carry On Columbus. That was the movie. So guys, thank you very much for your time. If you're new around here, then then of course welcome. Let me just take that off. Hang on. There we go. So yeah. So guys, thank you very much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you as always. It's nice to have a few more people interacting. Ben, it's been great to have you on board again. Jimmy, likewise. Jose, thank you very much for coming in. West Ham Way. That's right. The West Ham is Why We Drink podcast, guys. Thank you very much for joining in as well. What else was his name? Jose, of course. See you, JP. Thanks, Ben. Cheers for popping in. Congrats, England. Call me ACP. Yes, I've never even heard of that film. You wouldn't though, because it died. But yeah, it's if you want some bullshit movie to watch, some crappy TV to watch, then by all means do it. It's entertaining, to say the least. It's poor because it came out in the mid-90s, if I remember correctly. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for your time. I am now going to go and cook my dinner because I am bloody hungry. So in terms of the YouTube channel, nothing. I'll be doing making my notes for this for the preview for the making my notes for the preview for the Spurs game, the early kickoff on Saturday. So guys, thank you very much for that. So there's another couple of nights. Monday night, there's no stream, of course, because live stream on here because there hasn't been any Premier League this week. So there's no WHU TV Fantasy League roundup. But guys, thank you very much for your time. Jimmy, I'll be in contact with you as soon as I can tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow. All right. But guys, yeah, enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Or to Jimmy and Jose, enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you guys very, very soon.